Yo, yes people, it's your boy Jay, also known as JVSOP, also known as I'm Broke Baby. I am at Box Shoreditch. My friends have a pop-up for the brand TAX3. It's amazing what I've seen in over the last 7 years. So, gonna take you there, gonna ask them some questions, how to set up a successful brand, what problems they've had in the past, and yeah man, we're just gonna grill them, see if they can give you any little gems. Let's go. Hey, the man them. Hey, what you saying? Say, you good? What you saying, bro? You good? Hey, what you saying? Yeah. Hey, this is looking mad. Jeez. Hey, exclusive, yeah? Hey. What you saying, bro? Yeah, looking good still, looking good. Yo, I'm here with AD from TAX3.
Come on.
Like I was saying earlier, TAX3 is a brand I've been seeing from the start, the growth from the start to where it is now.
Come on.
It's crazy, but we don't want to hear the success stories. We want to hear the problems that man had. All the young 100%. Hustlers and entrepreneurs out there. So,
come on.
I'm gonna ask AD some questions. He's a money man.
Come on.
First question, what is the biggest problem an independent brand will face when it comes to money?
The hardest thing, I'll say there's challenges all along. So I'll say right now the hardest thing, or the most recent struggles, I'll say dealing with that differences in VAT, getting VAT registered, understanding price points, seeing the differences of how do we swallow the VAT cost, do we put it onto our customers? How do you find that balance? Because your customers are your people. So you don't want to financially screw them over, you want it to be a fair price point.
Okay, so you mentioned VAT. Your brand is called TAX3, ironically.
Yeah, I know.
But
means that we have to be extra good on tax.
But I think this is a big problem that a lot of people face, when to register their brand and when to transition into being a proper, legit, pay all the taxes. Would you say it's best to do it early, or would you say it's best to build up a following first?
Depends who's asking. Because if it's my little brother, if I'll go back, I'll say no. I'll say do it independently, do it undercover first, make some revenue. We did it the other way around. We started legit pretty much straight away, which in hindsight, when I talk to other business owners, when they started really making money is when they really started registering, being legit and everything. So, but that's what you learn, and I think I learned a lot from starting early. So there's pros and cons.
Okay, so I've got another question for the money man, AD.
Come on.
When it comes to starting an independent business, when do you start paying yourself?
I'll say you start paying yourself when you probably go full time, and also you'll find out that you'll probably pay yourself the bare minimum. Right? When you're starting your own business, it's like you do sacrifice your personal lifestyle, the personal things, and you look at your finances that all revolve around your business. So you'll probably start doing the minimum requirement, the minimum tax thresholds. So I'll say once you take it full time.
And when do you take it full time? How much do you think you have to be earning to take it full time?
I'll say from when you start looking at the money and it's like, it's close to my job.
So a lot of people, the target in their head is to make 6 figures from their business.
Yeah.
Do you think 6 figures is even enough to leave your full-time job and go full into business?
Depends how much people do you have on you. If you're just by yourself, maybe. But if you've got staff and you've got other things that you need to run your business, because what you understand is sales revenue, you can make as much as you want, but that bottom line is what you really take home, because there's a lot of things to pay for. There's tax, VAT. If you had 6 figures, you started to pay VAT at 85 grand. So there's a lot of things you got to consider.
So people need to realize the difference between turnover and profit.
Oh, big difference, yeah.
Okay.
And this is why you got to keep track of your expenses, because your profit margin, you've actually got to track that.
Why is the financial
Okay. Since JB's in here, we're gonna get him in now. We're gonna ask JB some questions next. Okay, so what would you describe yourself, your role in TAX3?
I'm mainly creative director. I handle all the designs, the production, the manufacturing, just overseeing the business. Obviously, you got CEO who does all the marketing, meeting with all the VIP clients, the artists, influencers, making sure we get the most brand awareness. Obviously, we've got AD.
Okay, so you mentioned CO. and I've just interviewed AD. So
Yeah.
how big is the team, and would you say it's important to have a team?
Yeah, of course it's important to have a team. The team is quite small, but yeah, the team's quite small, but we handle our roles correctly. Huh? What is it?
I swear it ain't even started yet. Is it half past?
Arsenal are beating what here?
Oh, dead left back or right back, Taraves, whatever.
Oh, yeah.
1-0 to Arsenal, bro.
Nuno
Yeah,
Tavares.
yeah, yeah. Say no more.
You mean Nuno Tavares?
Linky man in the top 4. You have corner the other day.
It don't matter, we're still there. We're still calling about.
Get the camera out my face. But yeah, the team's quite small, but we all play our roles.
Okay, so we just got interrupted by AD, yeah? I think that's a good segue as well. Obviously, you man support different football teams. There can be arguments in the camp when it comes to running a team. How do you overcome the little ins and outs, keeping strong as a family, moving forward as a
I
team?
feel like you just gotta discuss and say what's on your mind. Like all that holding things in just creates more resentment to how you're feeling. And you just need to express yourself. Like no one's gonna feel away if you express yourself. You understand?
And they say that don't mix business with friends. Would you say that's true?
Nah, man. Nah. As long as the friends believe in your vision and you're on the same page, then it's calm.
Okay. So like I said, the team is strong at TAX3. I mean, I've known these guys for years, and I've known that the brand is like a family. Would you say that it's important to build a community for your brand?
Yeah, I would say it's important to build a community and a movement towards your brand because, yeah, the clothes can sell itself, but there has to be a movement behind it to create that longevity for the brand.
Okay. So
it's not just about just selling clothes. It's about inspiring the youth as well to want to do more. You know what I'm saying?
okay, and let's end it off with a little gem. If you could give one word of wisdom to the people looking to start their own clothing brand or just bring it to the next level, what would it be? One
I
line.
would say nothing changes if nothing changes.
Okay, you heard it here first. Okay, so I've introduced him briefly earlier, but we got Big CO here.
Come on.
I've said he's like an A&R. He reminds me of an old school A&R. He's a street team. He's good at bringing people to the brand, spotting new talent.
Yeah, man.
So how would you describe your role in TAX3?
I'll say I'm the marketing director of TAX3. Literally, my role is to literally just expand the brand and get it everywhere possible. Like that's where I think my strengths is. My network is kind of big. Where I went university, I've done a lot of things like outside of, let's say, Waltham Forest. I've been outside of London. I've networked a lot. So my aim is literally just to bring everyone, spread brand awareness, and get the brand everywhere, man.
Okay. So I've mentioned earlier it's important to build a community, and you have not a big team, but you have a team with different roles. Your role is to get the brand out there. How do you overcome shyness? How do you have the confidence to approach people to get your brand out there? Because I've seen it myself. You're not scared to go up to anyone and tell them they need to be wearing TAX3. So how do you have that confidence?
Do you know what it is? I think it's just something that I've always had confidence when I was young. I've never been shy to, let's say, jump on a mic. I've hosted events before, you know what I'm trying to say. So me going up to someone and talking to them is nothing. And the importance, what keeps me going really, and what makes me like fearless to approach anyone is because I know where I want the brand to go. You know what I'm trying to say. So it's not about being shy in this industry. You know what I'm trying to say. It's about being fearless.
So would you say it's a mixture of self-confidence and confidence in the brand?
Yeah, man, 100%. Like the designs speak for itself. You get me, JB done a mad thing with the designs, you know what I'm trying to say. And yeah, man, it's just about just getting it out there. So, and I know for a fact, once I link someone or see someone and I talk to them about TAX3, if I show them the designs and they don't want it then when I tell them the meaning behind the brand, they'll want it then, you know what I'm trying to say. So
you think it's important to have a story behind the brand?
Yeah, there has to be a meaning, man. There has to be a meaning. And I feel like TAX3, like it's related to so many people, young, old. Everyone hates paying tax, you know what I'm trying to say.
Okay, so to wrap it up, I want you, as I said before, you got a lot of confidence. You got a lot of confidence in the brand. What words of advice would you give someone just starting to have confidence in themselves and their brand?
If you're just starting up your business, wherever it may be, the first thing I'll say is have confidence in yourself. You know what I'm trying to say? Like, you have to believe in what you're trying to spread across to everyone else. You have to believe in your clothing brand. You have to believe in your business. You know what I'm trying to say? Once you believe, don't worry about what everyone else thinks. You know what I'm trying to say? Once you believe it, that's it. You just have to have the belief. That's number one. And then number two, I'll say to have people around you who encourage you. So definitely the people around you will definitely motivate you. You know what I'm trying to say? You don't necessarily have to build a small team, but if it's easier, you can make that happen. But definitely having people around you that will motivate you, and yeah, man, believing in your products.
What's that saying? If you surround yourself with 5 millionaires, you'll be the 6th.
Trust me, boy.
So if I surround myself with you 3, I'll be the 4th.
Pound on a 12.